Well, today we're at the old store and we're going to be doing some demo for the garage sale.
Tear this place apart.
We're going to burn this bitch down. Alright, so where do you reckon today? Because on Saturday we're going to have a garage sale, so we're going to clear out, well, everything's got to go, but I want to get rid of this big white wall.
Did you put that wall in?
Yeah, I did. Might take us a long time. We haven't filmed for a while, but we've ripped off the roof and we're undoing cables. Well, Jason is and I'm undoing tanks. So weird seeing the spine of it. What was an aquarium store, now it's a barn again. Alrighty, well, the end of the day and we've cleared out pretty much all of the tanks are out now, so they're all in the back room. We're gonna keep a few just as backups, but we're gonna sell the rest this weekend. And yeah, this shop's been torn apart. So tomorrow we're gonna rip down the wall, clean it all up a little bit and get it ready for the garage sale. And then hopefully we sell a bunch of this stuff. If we don't, well, it's gonna get torn up and thrown in the skip. So hopefully someone comes and needs a new fish room set up. You can see we're loading some stuff onto Jason's car. We're not wasting any of it. It's actually gonna be used. What are you gonna use this stuff for?
Oh, I don't know, probably for some sort of roofing or something.
This is all the old roofing panels, and then we're taking the freezer in as well. So in the process, Jason scored himself a new plant system.
Plant systems?
It's gonna be cool to see you repurpose this stuff.
Yeah. So then I can sell keeping fish simples and plants.
Yeah. Wow, look at this place. It's back to, nearly back to where it was before.
Okay, so it's been a few days since I saw you guys, and yeah, obviously this vlog's had probably a little bit more of a chaotic start, but we have finally cleared out the old fish shop. So I'm gonna take you guys over there in a minute and show you guys how it's looking. I have to go and get some paint to touch it up a little bit. Yeah, having in the fish store there for a while, having plants growing on the walls and stuff definitely has worn that paint down a little bit, and we're gonna touch that up ourselves just out of courtesy for those landlords and for the next people that come through, because we do not want it looking grubby, but the place is looking really good. And yeah, it's definitely a huge relief to have that off my back. It was definitely a hard period going through trying to manage two rents, because we obviously had the rent for the old store and the new store at the same time. So finally that's off my back, but it was just hard having two premises going at the same time, you know, having stuff there. It was just kind of like a bit of a bad hangover after pretty much burning ourselves out on the build. Like we were there 7 days a week, just going nuts. We opened the store, thought it was finished, and then having to deal with that, yeah, like I call it like a hangover, like of going back, and I think I underestimated how big of a job it would be to destroy that room. It was definitely emotionally taxing, but at the same time, it was just a lot of hard work. I really have to thank like Jason for giving me a hand tearing that down, and look, it's all done now. So what we're gonna do is go have a look today. I'll show you guys that. For the rest of this vlog, this one's a bit all over the place, but the main point of this vlog was to set up the Amazon tank for my chameleon whiptails. So I'll take you guys to the store, we'll go have a look at the other place, and then we're gonna come back here. We're gonna tear down this Amazon tank. I need to just gut it, get all the fish out of it. I'll show you guys all the fish and we'll just have a chat about it. Let's go have a look at the old store.
Let's go to the shop, let's go. Every time, man. We're also bringing some floating plants and other stuff just to top up the store. Hey, come here, come on. I might also go wash the car because this car is festy, especially after the build. Right, in you get, good boy. Also, I've used some of the old racking from the store under my house. Under my house is actually completely filthy. I've got to clean this all up down here, but how good. I get to use these beautiful metal racks that were in the old storage room for my garage. Okay, well here's the building, and obviously we've taken the sign down, and there's still a few racks out here, so hopefully someone comes and picks these up because they're free. Obviously here's what the space looks like. Now you can see, yeah, we'll probably just have to give this floor a little bit of a clean up. So yeah, it's just a little bit weird being in the old store. It looks like what it was when I first came in. So yeah, things have really changed now. It's gonna be interesting to see who moves in here after us. Yeah, we just need to like touch up these little marks here on the wall from where like pothos has been growing and whatnot, and yeah, probably give the floor a bit of a clean up as well would be nice. So we'll go to Bunnings and we'll pick up that stuff to do that when we see him. If you cock your leg on that, I will be so mad. So we're now at the store, and you can see I've come to collect some stuff to clean up the old place. So we've got some tools here and some leftovers from when we did the build here, and you can see my car is actually filthy, so we're taking that. But I'll give you guys a sneak peek at the store. Come on, Sam. Here's the old sign from when we had our old store. So we took that down, lots of fish in at the moment, but yeah, I just can't get over how good this wall looks. Look at all these neons that have been put in here. Wow. So many different fish in at the moment, so many cool things. So it's definitely worth coming and checking it out. Still trying to fill up our shelves with product. It's taking us a while. Every order you guys put in is going straight back into this. So what do you reckon, Sam? We go head to Bunnings and get some stuff? I know you love to go to Bunnings. Alrighty, well, that's a big job done. So I've just come back and touched up the final parts of the floor. Like you can see, we missed a patch there and stuff. But yeah, we've cleaned the place up. Should be ready to go now. We should get everything back that we put into it. I'm very happy. You can see we did a really good job like painting the floors and cleaning it up. It looks exactly like how we got it when we first moved in. And you can see here I've even patched up the holes in the wall and everything like that. So it's gotten a fresh lick of paint, looking a lot better. That's that. So that's the end of a chapter. I'm glad it's all over. Alrighty, so it's now, I think, what's today, Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Yeah, we finished up at the other shop and got that all done. So we're back at my store. The reason we're in, well, I did a little bit of work today, but we also have to pick up some stuff. So it's pretty cool. Every time I go to the local fish store now, it's mine. So that's kind of cool. You know, slowly the shelves are filling up, but they're also emptying as quick as they fill because we've been very busy. So the reason I'm here is I need to get some more branch shrimp eggs. So these are my favorite ones, the Tibet ones. We have Tibet cis and we also have Bohei Bay. Also need a bag of bug buffet because I ran out. You can see the plant tank's looking really empty actually. We sold a ton of plants over the weekend. So come visit us if you're local. We'd love to see you. Let's head home and get stuck into that Amazon tank. Okay, so we're now at home. We are gonna tackle this beast. So this is the Amazon tank that I've had set up now for over a year. And I've been meaning to tear it down for a while because I actually kind of want to get a lot of these fish out of here and use them for future projects. So there's rummy nose tetras in here, black emperor tetras, rams, cardinal tetras, apistogrammas, napuensis corridorus, and also some koi angels. Not to mention there's also a bunch of different types of whiptails in here. I've decided that this aquarium is actually going to be home to my chameleon whiptails. I've got a pair, which we've talked about in the last vlog, and I am pretty keen on breeding them. They're gonna get a lot larger and they're currently in a 2-foot tank, so they'll need to move into here. I just thought that this 4-foot tank is perfect. It's at like that perfect eye level where we're actually gonna see them. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be an annoying job. We're gonna start tearing it down. I wanna keep everything kind of separated so that I can either decide to spawn it or take it back to the shop. So let's tear it down, see how it looks when we're done. One of the reasons I really do love this tank is that we can add so many plants above it, and it's a little bit of a shame to be pulling out this beautiful Moses in the cradle here. This is the first time I've actually seen this plant flower, and it's just been so happy. There's a blue aquarium light above it. I will be trying to make sure that I don't destroy it in the process of taking it out. It's time for these fish to move on from here, and I really want to try and breed those cardinal tetras. Alrighty, so it's now the next day, and you can see I've drained out the tank completely. I've just left the sand in here. We're gonna be scaping this a little bit later. I'm just letting it clean out a little bit. I've left one bedder in here, and that's about it. But yeah, I caught all the fish out from in there. Most of them are now up in the 6-footer. There was also some cardinal tetras and rummy nose tetras. I've put them down here, and the reason is I'm gonna start conditioning these, and I wanna try and breed them. So there's definitely males and females. And then yeah, I've also put the red lizard whiptails and the napuensis cories, which you could see out the back. What I'm gonna do now is just let this tank settle down a bit. I've actually just got so many fish at the moment that I'm gonna take even more stuff to the shop today. I'm currently in the process of draining the Akara tank. All of these Akaras are gonna go to the store. I wanna use this tank for something else. I just, at this stage, wanna start clearing out the room as much as possible. So they're gonna go to the store. These goldfish, I think it's their day to go to the store. Gonna be taking some more Luminatus. These are all of breeding age. They're constantly breeding in the mop, but there's so many, they just turn around and eat the eggs. So I'm just gonna keep like a colony of about 5. Yeah, let's start packing up some stuff and take it to the store.
yeah, here's everything. There's a bucket of Acaras here. You can't see them all, but they got to get to the shop like in the next 20 minutes. And then just plants and the other fish are in here. So let's get to the store and put these into tanks. Well, we're now in store and it's finally quiet. It was really busy when we came in. We've put the fish in, so you can see we've got all the goldfish in. I'm sure these will go quickly. And we've got a big plant order came in. Jason's just rearranging it. Tons of Anubias this week, hey?
Beautiful.
And then the Acaras all over here, ready to find new homes. I also had to do some shopping while I was here. I needed a few things. Somehow I still don't have a siphon at home, so I'm gonna grab one of ours. We've been finding it hard to keep everything in stock because we've just been, honestly, flat out, so, which is a good problem. Okay, so we're finally onto the fun part of this video. I think all of this video has been pretty tedious work, but we're gonna be scaping this tank now. Like I've been saying, this is for the pair of chameleon whiptails that I have. These fish come from the Amazon. I'll put some details up on the screen, but basically they just love big, flat, sandy areas. So for hardscape, I'm not gonna really be using that much. I'm gonna be doing some rocks around these sponge filters to try and like cove them in a little bit. I'm gonna make it so that I can still pull them out and clean them, but I'm gonna be trying to create everything built around this one little middle part of the tank. I'll also be adding a top shoaling fish. At this stage, I'm thinking probably something like a ember tetra school or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get into this scape. I've got some river rocks that I've collected and some driftwood that I've collected. So hopefully I can get it to sink and hopefully I get something that's worth showing you. Okay, so I've just finished up that scape and you can see nothing too crazy. The only plant that I've added in here is some val. It does have that like river vibe and I haven't really done anything complicated with the hardscape. I've also added some frog bit to the top here. These little floating plants are just gonna help to keep the tank clean, take all the nitrates out. Yeah, just keep it a balanced ecosystem. I've already actually transferred our pair across. So you can see one's already buried itself in the sand and this is what this fish does. They're gonna get a lot bigger and you can just tell straight away that they're happier. So fingers crossed for me, there's a male and a female. But I was just thinking about this tank a little bit more and the species that I want to also stock in here. I was thinking, I definitely don't want Corydoras, but maybe pygmy Corydoras would actually go well in here. I do have some pygmy Corys up in the top tank over in this swampy thing. And I was thinking about tearing that tank down and adding the pygmies in here. I think they might even naturally breed and they might create like a little bit of a food source for these fish because look, pygmy Corys, they've got tiny mouths. They're not going to be interested in disrupting this fish while it's breeding, and they'll be a good dither fish. And then on top of that, like some ember tetras, or I'm not even 100% sure, maybe even some green neon tetras would be cool in here. But yeah, I reckon we're going to wrap the video up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.